don't take drugs.
Dice is on the beat.
Hey y'all, what's good? That's why I had this band-aid on my finger. It's because I cut my finger and I was bleeding so bad and it hurt. But anyway, I'm so excited for this video. Today I'm going to be doing a story time on my first time eating an edible. So I'm just going to do it. But before I get into this video, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up right now. I'm going to just stop. Now that you're done with the thumbs up, go subscribe if you're not subscribed. Go click the subscribe button. And make sure you follow my social medias down below, Snapchat and Instagram. Make sure you snap me, DM me some pranks, challenges, etc., etc. But without further ado, let's jump into the story time. Okay, guys, so how do I start out this story? I don't even know how to start this video out. Okay, so I'm just starting like this. Was it senior year? It wasn't senior year. I believe it was junior year. 11th grade in high school, right? I was a dance major in high school. All of my friends, majority of my friends were dance majors in high school. So, we, took a few pulls of some weed or whatever. But I never thought about eating edibles. My friends had edibles before. Mind you, there's different types of edibles. The one I had was a brownie. Before I ate it, people used to tell me all the time, like, that's a different type of high. Like, people used to always say that's a different type of high. Like, it's like, it's really gets you off this planet. And I'm thinking, okay, weed gets me off this planet already. So, I don't think that it will be that bad. That's what I was thinking. So, my friends were just like, oh, let's just go get a brownie, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. And one day when we were going into dance class, we were just like, oh, maybe we should get it before dance class so we could be lit and dance, like, whatever. So I was thinking, all right, like, whatever. So it was three of my friends, and they're probably gonna watch this. It was three of my friends, me and two of my friends, right? My friend had bought it before, like, as we were going into dance class, she had bought it. So I wasn't scared, like, I wasn't thinking about the effects. I didn't know that it would really almost make me feel like I was dying. Like, I don't know, but I just wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking, okay, I'm gonna be smacked or whatever. But that wasn't the case. So we were going into dance class, and then right before, me and my friends had changed. We changed into our dance clothes. I took a piece. My other friend took a piece, and then it was like another half that my other friend who had bought it saved for herself. So we all took a piece. I took a piece. I didn't eat the whole thing. So and all in that little piece, like this size, did what I'm about to say right now. I ate it, everything was fine. We went on stage, we was dancing or whatever. I would say not even 10 minutes. When I tell you guys, not even 10 minutes. I found myself backstage when we're about to rehearse, go over, whatever, because we were rehearsing for a show that we had coming up. I was about to go out when we were practicing, and all of a sudden, my body was like, feeling like I was being lifted up off the floor. Like, guys, no lie, this is a true story, okay? And I'm about to cry from being so weak thinking about it because it's crazy. Mind you, okay, I just want to say this. My friends did not pressure me to eat an edible. But they were, like, one of my friends, I always made a joke after this saying that my friend tried to kill me because she's the one who bought it and she's the one who was like, oh, take a piece, and blah, blah, blah. But back to the story. All of a sudden, like, I was standing there about to go out, and I feel my body being lifted up off the floor. So, mind you, I was just standing there like this. And I felt like I was just, like lifting up off the floor. All of a sudden, like, okay, I don't know how many of you actually like smoke or whatever, but when you do, already, well, I don't know for everyone. For me, when I do, my body like does things, like I do things that I'm not aware of. Like I will be I will be walking somewhere and I wouldn't know I'm walking. Like I don't know if you guys understand, but I'll be walking somewhere and I wouldn't know that I'm walking until I get to my destination. So I could be walking down the block and I will stop at a stoplight, and then that's when I will realize that I was just walking. So when I was standing there, when my body was being lifted up off the floor, I started to laugh, not knowing that I was laughing until I started crying. Like I literally started crying. Like I went to the back of the stage. There were two girls. I'm not gonna say their names. There were two girls back there speaking. I went back there laughing, thinking they were like talking to me or like laughing with me. Mind you, they were talking. So I went back there laughing, not knowing that I was laughing, looking like a lunatic. And nobody was around me at the time. Nobody was around me. Nobody was asking if I was okay. Nothing. So all of a sudden I was so weak. Like when I tell y'all I was weak to the point where I started crying, like there was tears coming down my eyes, and I was laughing at absolutely nothing. Like absolutely nothing. I was back there looking like a nut, and nobody asked if I was okay. So when I started laughing, I turned back, and like a part of me was still there, but like this little part of me was still there. So I knew that something was wrong. I knew that something was happening. So I turned around to my friends, Tiana. I think it was Tiana, and I think it was Zenobia. I'm not sure who it was, but I know Tiana was there. I'm sorry for calling our names out, but I'm going to have to. Tiana was there, and I believe Zenobia. I turned around, I said, guys, mind you, at that point when I turned around, my body started dropping. Like it wasn't floating anymore, it was then coming down, like it was dropping. So I was like this, guys. So I was speaking to my friends, like I was trying to tell them that something was happening to me. I really thought that I was gonna die. Like no lie, I thought it was clipping me. Like I was so scared. I was like, why? It's thinking in my head, like, yo, did I just, like I wasn't thinking, but I was thinking, like, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I'm like, guys, I'm like, okay, so this is what I did. Guys, something's wrong. The whole time I'm dropping to the floor, they're like, why? No, you just high. Mind you, I'm still dropping to the floor. And I'm like, no, in my head, I'm like, no, I'm not high. I'm serious. Somebody help me. So, eventually, Tiana says a joke, right? This is what she says. Christian A is about to go see God. That's not a joke, because I literally was about to go meet him. Like, it wasn't even a joke when she said that, but she said it jokingly. By the time I got to the floor, everybody was scared. Everybody was scared. Tiana was scared, Zenobia was scared, Blair was scared. Oh, like, everybody at the time, they was scared because they didn't understand that I was trying to tell them that I needed help. Like, something was really happening to my body. That really affected my body crazy. Like, at first I started hallucinating. I was thinking that the girls in the backstage were laughing with me. They were talking with me. And then I turned around and I was kind of seeing stuff about it, like, as I was going down to the floor. At the same time, trying to tell my friends, like, yo, something is happening to me. They didn't realize how serious and, like, how bad it got until I hit the floor. I didn't pass out or anything, but I low-key did, because by the time I got to the floor, all I could do was lay out. So by the time I hit the floor, they're like, oh my goodness. After that, I heard, oh my goodness. I don't know who said it, but after that, I did not hear nothing. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. I didn't feel anything. I don't know how long it took for, I know that someone called the ambulance, and I know that my friends, I remember, I know that, first of all, I don't know how long I was on the floor. I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I was, like, completely passed out or, like, completely, I don't even know. I just know I hit the floor and that's it. I don't know how long it took my friends to, like, pick me up and kind of walk me off the stage, because by that time I was, like, a little bit back. Like, I woke up a little bit again. So they walked me off the stage, but I was barely walking. Like, my legs weren't walking. I was basically like they were basically carrying me off the stage and to the floor. By that time, I started shaking. Not seizure shaking, but I was like, my body was like shivering, like this, like literally like this. It was bad, and I wasn't even having a seizure. Like, it was just my body was shaking. Then I got really cold, and I was up, but I wasn't fully up. But I knew that my friends were around me crying, and like, it was such a scary thing because my skin was turning blue. I was really, really, really cold. I was shaking. And in my head, like, when I woke back up a little bit, I was thinking, like, yo, what did I get into? Am I really going to die? Like, I was so scared. And after that, I swear to you guys, after that, I have never even thought about eating edible, like, ever. Like, I can't. I'm so scared to even end my life. I thought my life was over after that. So, like, I was really so scared. So by that time, I was on the floor, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how long it took for the ambulance to get to my school. Yes, they had to call the ambulance because it got that bad. To be honest, let me stop right here. I don't know how I'm the only one that almost died and my friends were okay. Like, how? I ate the part of the brownie that was laced. Like, what, where, why, how? Just let me know how. I don't know how long it took for the ambulance to come, but when they came, I remember them taking my pressure, and I don't know if it was really low or really high, but it was one of them, and I don't know how. Like, I was just cold, and then I was shaking still, so I was kind of going into a panic attack. That's what they told me, the ambulance. They were saying that I had to relax a little bit and that I had to try to breathe because I was barely, like, I was breathing, but I wasn't really breathing. So they were talking to me, and I heard them slightly. It was like an echo. Like, everything was an echo at that point. So I heard the ambulance saying, like, trying to relax me, trying to calm me down, saying I had to calm down because the more my body shook was the more I was getting scared, and that's why they told me I was going into a panic attack. Eventually, I remember them getting the chair thing and putting me in it, and they walked out with me through the whole auditorium out to school. Mind you, everybody. Okay, so during that time, it was, was it sophomore year? No, I was a junior. So during that time, the juniors and seniors were in the dance class. After that, by that time, I was going to the hospital. It was the end of the day. It was last period. So the sophomores and freshmen were coming into dance, and we were leaving. So while the sophomore and freshman was coming in, all of us, the juniors and seniors, were getting dressed. Like, well, we weren't getting dressed, but they was wrapping up the practice on stage or whatever. So it was like everybody was in the auditorium at once, and all eyes were on me. Like, when I tell you I could barely see, but when my vision was so blurred, like, it was so scary, and like, I could barely see, but I knew that everybody was watching me. Like, I looked, like, to my left and my right, because my friends were kind of following me out, trying to go with me, and I saw everyone looking at me, and it was like so scary because I'm like, what if this is the last time that all of these people are gonna see me? And like, I was like, guys, when I tell you I was so afraid, like, I would never do that to myself again. So if you ever had an edible and you want to try it, I would recommend you don't. I mean, everybody does not obviously react the same way I did, and their bodies don't react the same way my body did, but the way that happened to me, I will never even touch one ever again. While I was in the ambulance, I was still shaking a lot. They gave me those sheets that they have in the hospital. They gave me those to put over me. By the time I got to the hospital, it was crazy. By the time I got to the hospital, I was just laying there, and I was like not really awake. So by the time they put me in the bed, I was like this. Like, I wasn't up. I wasn't up at all. At a point, I don't know if I went to sleep or I just passed out again. I'm not sure, but I know that nobody was in the room with me. By the time I woke back up, because when I got to the hospital, I don't know what happened. Like, I wasn't, like, when people go to the hospitals, they usually take your pressure, they take your information, blah, 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 they give you some needles or something, like anything. I don't know what happened. All I know is when I woke up, I was in that hospital bed. Like, from the ambulance to the hospital bed, when I woke up, I don't know what happened in between that. So And I still to this day do not know. Like, I don't know, and nobody knows because nobody was with me until this point. So after I woke back up, I saw my friend Jasmine, Blair, and I believe Zenobia. Maybe not Zenobia. I don't know. I don't remember who came. I know Jasmine and Blair were there, definitely. And they came to see me, and they said they were so scared. And I remember in the auditorium before I had like kind of blacked out again. I had a friend named Tandy, and she was bawling her eyes out, and that was like my best friend in high school. When I tell you, you guys, like, she was crying so bad, and I think Blair was crying too. I think all my friends were crying because they were so scared, and like that made me even more scared seeing them cry because I'm like, it's clipped, like it's over for my life is over. That's what I was thinking. Like I'm about to die right now. At that point, they had came to the hospital to see me, and I was happy to see them, but I could not express that because my body at that point was like noodles. And then I was barely up at the same time, so yeah, my body was like noodles. And then I remember Jasmine giving me a hug, and then Blair, they had to go back out because at that time we had phone trucks. Anybody from Gramercy watching this, y'all already know how annoying the phone trucks were. So they had to go all the way back to the school. The hospital wasn't far, so they had to go all the way back to the school to get my phone out the phone truck and bring it all the way back to the hospital. So they did that, and I was so happy. And I'm like so appreciative that they came to see me in the hospital because they couldn't come with me in the ambulance. But I was like, yo, these girls really came to see me in the hospital, but I was like so scared. So Blair had left, she had to go home, but like she was so scared. And Jasmine had stayed with me for a little while longer. Mind you, Jasmine is with me in the hospital taking pictures of me, and I'm like, girl, what? I'm basically on my deathbed, and you taking pictures of me? This girl posted it on Facebook and everything. So then, after that picture she posted, everybody was posting on my wall, hope you get better, oh my goodness, I hope you're alright, blah blah blah. Like, it was mostly people from my dance, like the dance majors, and yeah, so everybody was posted on my wall and stuff like that, and she was answering like, oh, thank you, blah blah blah, because I couldn't answer. I couldn't even answer. Like, I at that point I couldn't speak. And I believe when I was in the hospital, they gave me something to eat, like applesauce or something. But yeah, Jasmine stayed with me for a little while longer. She was with me, but I was barely up. After that, I don't remember. I don't remember who came to pick me up. I believe my mother came to pick me up from the hospital, but she didn't know what had happened. I just told her that I ate something, like I bought something from someone, and I think it might have been laced. I didn't tell her that I purposely bought a brownie with marijuana in it. So yeah, yeah, so that's basically what happened. But I literally like almost died. I had a panic attack. Well, I was going into a panic attack, basically into shock. I was hallucinating. I blacked out. Like, all that stuff happened. By the time Jasmine went home, my mother came to get me. That's what I told her. And I told the doctors, I literally told the doctors that I ate a weed brownie because I thought I was going to die. So I felt like they needed that information. Like, if I'm going to die, like, you guys need to know that I ate an edible, you know? But I just was scared that if I lived and they told my mother, I was going to die anyway. So I was mad scared. So either way, it worked out. I just told my mother that I bought something and might have been laced, blah, blah, blah. I went home, and after that, my body for like a week, I want to say, maybe that next day or the day after that, I went back to school, but like my body was not the same at all. And I think I went back to school. Actually, I think I went back to school the next day, and I was not supposed to. But I only went to school because I had a fashion show and I had a dance show, and I did not want to miss either. And I'm so dumb for that because that made my body feel 10 times worse after those shows. But yeah, my body did not feel the same after that. Like, I was weak for a few days. I was still like a little not all the way there in my head. Like, it was crazy. So yeah, that's basically my story on the first time. A lot of it I really don't remember. So yeah, now thinking about it, it was crazy. I mean, like, it's not funny, but it's funny when I think about it. when I think about how my friends really took me for a joke when I was saying I needed help, because usually when I was, you know, when I would be smacked, that's how I would act, like, not act like hallucinating and stuff, but I would just be like, yo, I need help, like, I'm mad smacked right now, blah, blah, blah. But that time I really, and everybody kept saying, no, you just smacked, and I'm like, no, I'm not just high, like, it's something else, like, it really affected my body crazy. So, yeah, that's my story on the first time I ate an edible. My friend tried to kill me because she's the one who bought it, and I took it from her. I have so many other stories from maybe times where I did get high and I was hallucinating. It's just a lot. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of stories for you guys. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do another story time, because I don't have a lot, but I have a couple that you guys would just love. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do another story time. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys never eat edibles. If you have never ate one, I hope you never do. And if you guys did already and it didn't do anything to you, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. But me, I can't do that. I can barely take some pulse. That's it, guys. I'll see you guys next time I do a story time or a video vlog or blah blah blah. I'll be releasing a prank video really soon. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I hope it entertained you, and I hope you are weak at it, even though it's not funny. But yeah, see you guys next time. Later. Bye.
Damn, Mizzy Mari got me.